Furious 7 is directed by James Wan. This go round, Deckard Shaw swears revenge against Dom Toretto and his crew for crippling his younger brother, Owen Shaw. He starts with putting Hobbs in a handicap, killing Han back in Tokyo, and blowing up Dom's house. Shit gets real and a bit ridiculous. At this point, this film takes on a whole new identity. If the other films wasn't warning enough, it's no longer about the races anymore. It's not about the races anymore. But shockingly, it's not the biggest drawback for me. The movie is more action-centric now, so it'll be more plausible to add, more action into, the film just to keep things a little bit more juicy. And boy, do they deliver. Like, oh my God, this movie is bonkers. From the very first scene, we see Jason Statham. That's pretty much all anyone needs to see to know that this movie is about to kick ass. For a huge action movie star to open up a Fast and Furious movie, like, who would have thought? These action scenes are all fantastic and so over the top. It fully embraces the action genre with frenetic action scenes, cool-ass car chases, explosions, miniguns, Kurt Russell dual-wielding pistols, Tony Jaa throwing Muay Thai elbows, a Ronda Rousey catfight. Bruh, it's like an action junkie's wet dream. Hell, even Ludacris is throwing hands. Like, what the fuck? The car chases are super over the top. From jumping out of, a plane off of parachutes to speeding through, 3 skyscrapers. Like, shit is wild. I really didn't think leaning more on the action side of things was going to be, this much fun. I really did not. It's such a thrill, man. And like, I am enjoying the ride. Okay. Like, no pun intended. The story is a tad ridiculous. All of the family revenge stuff is cool and all. But then when Mr. Nobody sort of like shows up kind of out of nowhere and just says, "Hey, I got a job for you." It's like, it does feel a little bit out of left field for me. Like, it would have made more sense to me if Hobbs had, when he was talking to Dom, say, "Hey, yo, I know somebody that you could talk to handle the situation for you," and refer to him that way. So that way, because, Hobbs has Law Connect. So it makes more sense to say, "Hey, I know a guy. Talk to him." And then it would have, kind of made things a little bit connect a little bit more. But to have him just sort of kind of, pop out in such a convenient way, and it was just so random, I'm a little iffy on that. But I am glad they casted Kurt Russell for the role. Okay, because it's nice to see a performance out of him after all these years, Also, what's different in here is the character archetype. So everyone works for the CIA now. So I guess the writers thought it best to actually have them maybe change what they actually do now. Tej is officially a hacker now. Before he owned a garage and knew everything about cars. Now he just so happens to know everything about computers, and he's nerding out about this big giant, mega computer piece of technology, and he's like talking as if he was in a CSI episode. Roman is the Joker now. I mean, he's always kind of been the Joker, but now it's reaffirming that he is now the comic relief of the crew. Good news is that it's Tyrese delivering the jokes. So, it doesn't feel so obnoxious when he's saying it all. But there are times when he does say a joke and it doesn't really quite land, But, because he's just joking around family and everything, it doesn't feel so cringe. The third act is fucking bananas. Like, there's just so much going on, and it's glorious. There's just so much new stunts being implemented in here. You know what I'm saying? It just puts the action 3 times above the other movies, and it's all badass. The hot potato stuff, with what they had with in the streets and stuff, that was cool. That was creative. Dom and Shaw start fighting with wrenches. This shit is so over the top. They even put in like the fucking they even have like the choir music in the background, like the ho ho ho, And then when they charge, it's all in the slow motion, like as if they were doing like a fast version of the Matrix Revolutions. This is the best way I can put it. Think like the Triple X movies, right? Everybody is sort of, working for an agency, and everyone is sort of pulling a cool stunt here and there because everyone hates physics. But action movie people like me, I've always hated physics. So I was enjoying the fuck out of this movie. Okay. The ending tribute to Paul Walker was so fucking beautiful. So fucking beautiful. I remember when this movie was released, and I kept on thinking how they were going to handle, taking care of that, knowing that he had passed while they were filming. And and to be honest, man, I was so worried that it was gonna, fuck up this film somehow. I was so scared for it. And they really pulled it off. Like, they really pulled it off. I was actually entirely impressed with how they handled that. It was a nice fit for wrapping things up for these guys and the characters. It was better than I thought. But you know what? Shout out to James Wan for, his directing side of things. That guy is such a master behind the camera. Like the way he just films the action is just so on point. It's like he knew specifically just how to sell a particular stunt that they were about to do in a certain scene. Back when Michael Bay used to do it. But with Wan, it wasn't so overboard. It wasn't super crazy, and it wasn't, overtly explosive. It kept things in the realm of common sense. Sort of, but you get what I'm saying. Like it in regards to pace, I mean, the timeline, it's back on track with, Han sort of being avenged here. Brian gets to retire peacefully. Like this really should be the last fucking movie. I mean, it's just such a fitting finale after 7 movies, and it's such a rare to see. You don't see that in franchises. That's like not a Harry Potter movie. So I'm going to give this movie a 9.75 out of 10 for sure. I love the fuck out of this movie, man. I lost my breath doing this shit. Also, Natalie Emmanuel, with her fine ass. Woo, that girl fine as hell. Shit, they finally got a chick with some meat on her bones. Whew, man. And Luda was looking at Tyrese like, move, bitch. Get out the way. That's my shit. So that's my review on Furious 7. Hope you liked that video, man. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you love this video, hit subscribe, please. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay? Peace.